Florida Explorer here. We ran across this little gem while we were exploring the spring earlier. The spring is right through there on the other side of those bushes. This sits on a hill that if the trees weren't in the way you could see the spring, Salt Springs. So that right there is 19 on the other side of that store there. This is behind the store. This is the Townsend house. It was built in 1895, I think she said. 96? 94, and moved from across the way from Little Lake Kerr, where it was originally built. The lady that we spoke to says she owned it, and she said that she was a descendant of the Long family, which the Long family are homesteaders of the what is now known as the Yearling Trail area, Pat's Island, where we were last week. And this is interesting to me. I mean, this is very structurally in need of some love, but this is incredible architectural representation of the time period. But it's completely open. The door is open. You could walk right in it. I'm obviously not going to, but you could. So I think, you know, that to me that says that anything and everything could be living up in there. Rats, snakes, birds, whatever. I don't know, but. The lady we spoke to said that her and her husband are in the process of refurbishing it. They haven't quite figured out what they want to do with it yet. Maybe events, maybe some sort of a hotel, I don't know. But this is interesting to me because the kitchen is over here. It's a complete outbuilding. Which wasn't completely unusual for the time period, but in this case they have a covered walkway, elevated covered walkway, and that is a little more unique than what we generally see in these types of houses. Normally, if it had an outbuilding, and this clearly was, you know, a person of means. I mean, this is a big honking house. Even by today's standards, this is a big house. It's made in the classic Florida cracker style, up off the ground. The windows are straight opposing each other. Each window essentially has a window opposite for airflow. She said the windows in the attic are the original windows, so that's interesting. The kitchen area back here is really neat, and also, you know, as you can see, everything's sort of more or less falling apart, but not crashed in or anything. I mean, it hasn't fallen completely down, so there's still a lot of hope for it. So the lady we ran into it was very interesting. Her husband is from this area. She's from not too far from here. They live over in Lake George, she said. And she's a descendant, like I said earlier, of the Long family. That is really cool. So they've been here, their family's been here for a long, long time. Lots of generations. This is going to be a beautiful place one day. Plenty of room for parking. Beautiful. Hundreds of years old oak trees. The spring is right down here. She says she has an easement to get to the spring. So she would have to actually go to the river because the spring wouldn't be accessible. Just an incredible place. I'm glad we got to see this. This is a find. This is a really cool find. Very nice. I got a lot of work to do in that. So we're at Salt Springs, Florida, just a few 100 yards away from the Salt Spring, which I guess has a magnitude 2 is what I'm hearing now. I didn't do a lot of research on it beforehand. Look at that old 3-story tall chimney. That is crazy cool. Man. So we're gonna take a few more shots and head to it. Yeah, I saw that. I didn't get a chance to really read it too much.
Built in 1900. This guy was owned a timber and turpentine business. 10 rooms. So
Clayton Townsend purchased it.
she said 1894 because I thought,
Yeah.
oh, that's 6 years before my grandfather was born.
And I can't like refute what she's saying because, you know,